Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm back again today to talk about the brand new PlayStation 5 DualSense Controller. So this image was dropped today by PlayStation, a couple of weeks after their nerd concert, where a lot of people were disappointed because that whole thing was about kind of the specs and the technology behind the PlayStation 5. What we learned from that was that the system is going to be incredibly high powered. It's going to have a lot of fast speeds. Loading times are like a no-go, and that data downloads are going to be so much shorter than they already are, which is all great. But a lot of people were teased into watching an hour-long nerd concert, and nothing was revealed, no concept art, anything. And now, randomly today, we get a brand new image at the DualSense PlayStation 5 controller. Now, judging off of first looks, this is just a big PlayStation controller. It seems to be the biggest PlayStation controller that Sony has made so far, especially since it is a day of console release. This will be the main controller that will be in the boxes that comes with your PlayStation 5 holiday 2020 when it comes out. And, you know, a lot of people complain when they first pick up PlayStation controllers and they're used to, let's say, Xbox controllers, and just say the size of these controllers don't really fit the hands, and it looks like this controller is going to have that kind of size, and Sony attributes the new size increase to having more technology to have longer battery life, as well as fit in the brand new technology that is being added into the L2 and R2 buttons to give heightened sensibility to your actions in the game, to make it feel like when you hold down L2 to aim with a bow, and this is the example they used, that it'll actually feel like you're drawing back a bow. Which is really cool to know that, these improvements have been made in the controller, and it's also helped them, in terms of design, to make the controller bigger as well. The next noticeable feature on this DualSense controller, well, on top of the fact that it's now called a DualSense controller, not a DualShock controller, the DualShock controller dies at 4, so from now on, I guess, these PlayStation controllers are going to be called DualSense controllers, at least in this case for the PlayStation 5. This is a DualSense controller, not a DualShock controller, so that's something new as well. The light bar from the PlayStation 4 controller has been moved to the sides of the options middle button. Now they kind of take up less space on the controller. The share button has been replaced with the create button, which they say is going to allow more sharing capabilities than the share button from the PlayStation 4 controller. Since the rise of streaming and video content for video games has increased within the last couple of years, like my channel itself, they say it's going to, the new create button on the PlayStation 5 controller is going to create more opportunities for people to share their gameplay and create awesome content directly from their console, which is great to hear. The DualSense controller also has a built-in microphone, so you'll be able to send voice messages and participate in online parties and speak to your friends without actually having a microphone, which is great for people who, say they break a headset or something like that, and they're kind of in between headsets. You can still talk to your friends online, which is great. They still recommend that you have a headset because, if you're playing a game where you kind of require 3D audio to hear, like a shooting game or something like that, a headset will still be required, and so you're not listening to your friends through your TV audio. They still recommend a headset, and I would as well. That seems like, it makes the most sense. But it's still really cool that you're able to send voice messages and be able to participate in parties without having a mic. It kind of creates less a sense of urgency to go out and buy a new headset if you break one or, something happens to yours. So that's a great feature. To kind of conclude, I've already seen negative feedback about the controller itself. But let me kind of give my 2 cents on this. So the controller's white. This is the first time that a PlayStation out-of-the-box controller included with the console is anything but black and gray. So it's kind of a weird, kind of thing that people are kind of uneasy about. Square, triangle, circle, and X are not their regular colors. They are silver on the controller. That's kind of a little off-putting as well. But it's something that you can get over. I mean, by now I have those colors memorized. X is blue, square is pink, circle is red, and triangle is green. You know, I've got that down. If there's some sort of color indication on the screen that says, you know, what they are, my mind's going to know what it is. And I know where the buttons are anyway. It doesn't matter what color they are, you know, so whatever. But then the color white. The top half of the controller is white. People are kind of concerned that the controller will get dirty, or the buttons will wear out and not look as nice without those colors on there, without, you know, it being black. But, you know, a lot of Xbox controllers are white. Xbox 360 is the one out of the box that was white. And Wiimotes as well, in the past, those were white. And I don't recall any of my Xbox 360 controllers or Wiimotes turning yellow or fading out or getting dirty. You know, I don't know how other people take care of their controllers, so maybe you are concerned about them getting dirty. And I guess that's a valid concern. You know, it is odd for a PlayStation controller to be white right out of the box. So this is brand new for everybody, but I'm not sure if the criticisms thus far in, you know, how it looks are kind of valid, because there have been white controllers in the past, and I don't recall them necessarily being dirty. So that's just my 2 cents. I think it looks good. It's still kind of odd. It's going to be the biggest PlayStation controller yet, and it might have a better feel in my hands, but at the end of the day, the buttons are all the same. You know, they might have different kind of sensitivities attached to them, but, you know, they're all the same. It doesn't matter what color they are. Okay, guys, that about wraps it up for today. Maybe next time we'll have a visual look at the PlayStation 5 console itself, and more details about the DualSense PlayStation 5 controller. For now, this is just a brief little update. I wanted to get active into the gaming videos again. I want my YouTube page to kind of thrive in this time where I do have free time. So, I appreciate you guys watching. Please let me know in the comments down below what you think about the DualSense controller. Criticisms, you know, hype level for it, whatever you guys got, please let me know down below. Please subscribe to the channel, help me out. Check out my other videos. I got a lot of Kingdom Hearts stuff, but, you know, I just reviewed the Remind DLC and talked about my thoughts on that and where the rest of the Kingdom Hearts saga is headed after that. So please show some love on the other videos on my channel. At the end of this week, Final Fantasy VII Remake comes out, and I'm so excited to get into that game, as well as make some more content out of that. So please look forward to that. Thanks again for watching today. Show me some love. Stay safe, everybody. And until next time, or until there's more nerd news, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.